A few weeks ago, we did a free training on exactly how to make $20 to $50 to even $100,000 a month with an AI business, how to use the tools, what elite technology to be using, how to do context engineering, prompt engineering, how the business model works, and literally everything in between. Now, I sat down today to record another version of this training for YouTube, and to be honest, the version we made a couple of weeks ago is so good that I'm just going to give it to you here. So what you're about to watch is an hour and 20 minutes of in-depth, zero fluff, actionable information that will literally change your life or change your business if you care about AI at all. One last note before we get started, AI is genuinely the most revolutionary moment we've ever had in our lifetimes. I'm 25 years old. This is bigger than the internet. This is bigger than the iPhone. This is bigger than social media. And I really don't think that people are awake. So please do a service to yourself. Watch this video, understand what's going on in the world right now, and take advantage of it because these windows don't come all the time. When they do, you need to make the most of it. So without further ado, let's get right into the training. In this presentation, I have a very simple promise to you guys, okay? I'm gonna show you no fluff, no nonsense, no jargon. I'm gonna show you exactly, start to finish, how to start making $20,000 to $100,000 a month by leveraging AI. Now, these are not hypothetical numbers. These are not just made up numbers. These are actual results that we have generated so far this year in a very small private beta group. Hence, Mark and Tristan are in that group. We have results like 75K in a month, 40K back-to-back months, 25K profit from a deal, 5K profit from a deal, $109,000 this month. Max wasn't able to come up. He's working right now, but he is probably going to end up doing like a million, a couple $1 million a year. Okay. He came to us at 10K a month. August, 30K a month, 12K build. I'm not going to read all these out. You guys can see absolutely insane results that we have coming in. And now, why is this? Well, it's a couple things. AI is such a good opportunity because all these businesses know that they need it. It is a good angle to get into these businesses, and it is something that people actually want. So you're not forcing it upon the market. And we'll get into all this for you guys. That's because these people understand how to implement AI into other people's businesses, okay? Just like Mark Cuban, multi-billionaire, by the way, said, and I quote, "Companies don't understand how to implement AI right now to get a competitive advantage." And think about this logically, right? Like act like, okay, who's this guy on the webinar telling me this? Like, think about it logically. If I'm a big business or even a small business, and I want to hire an AI expert, where do I find them? Is it out of college? No, because AI is so new. So I'm not going to find them in college. Where am I going to find them? I'm going to find them from places like this. People like me that just burn everything down to build an AI business because they're so excited about it. And so billionaires like Mark Cuban, Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, said the same thing at a podcast in Miami. Every single business in the world is going to have to get AI focused or they're going to get burnt by everybody else. And if they don't, again, they're going to lose. So therefore, what do they have to do? They have to pay you to help them with AI. And that's why this video is going to be extremely valuable to you guys, because I'm going to walk you through every single thing. And I mean every, like we rushed to get this deck done for you, that you need to start making money online using AI. And all the common misconceptions that I'm sure you've heard online, I'm going to clear those up. So in this presentation, we're going to go over what the AI operator model is, how to pick your niche, how to create your offer, how to pick your service, and everything in between. How to land clients and onboard them, what AI tools to use, how to actually use AI tools like Claude, ChatGPT, Sora, N8N, Nano Banana, and more. And by the end of this, at the Q&A, I'm actually going to screen share some cool tools and show you guys some like back-end, real in-depth sort of things. This is genuinely one of the most valuable AI trainings that you're ever going to see on how to make money with AI. And so I want you guys to make sure that you're paying attention, you're taking notes. I really recommend you take notes, get a pen and paper. So quick disclaimer, this is not a woohoo AI side hustle. This is not passive income. This is not an easy thing by any means. This is hard. You have to be intelligent. If you have a sub 70 IQ, you will not be able to do this. This is a genuine business model where you're going to be helping businesses make more money. That means you would have to actually put in actual effort if you want to get results. Now, if you are the latter and you are smart and you are going to put in effort, you're going to absolutely crush and clean up and make a shit ton of money. So really quick, if you guys don't know me, if you know me, you already know this. If you're new here, if you came from an ad or social media, my name is Luke Alexander. I grew up in a town called Piketon, Ohio. It is literally, you can Google this, it is the poorest county in Ohio. And it was so bad, I'm out in the middle of the country, that I had no internet access until I was 18 years old. True story, not one of these like made up sob stories. I dropped out of college at 19 with less than $500 to my name because I wanted to build a business. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to retire my mom, which I have now done, by the way. My mom has been retired and has not had a job since 2021. So 2021, I moved to Miami. I founded a company called Closer Cartel. We trained over 5,000 sales reps. If you've ever heard of high ticket sales, we were the first guys before all these little clones spawned everywhere. We were the first guys to really pop onto the scene. and bring Hike It Sales to this younger generation. Like we were the number one. We generated over $7 million in revenue with that company. We trained a lot of people. We generated over $50 million earned by and closed by our students. Absolutely crazy time. However, in 2024, after doing this for 4 years, I realized that AI was the next big thing. It is quite literally a multi-trillion-dollar wave. This is not a small opportunity. This is a big opportunity. And so I decided to spend, starting late last year, around this time actually, I started spending all day, every day, just learning about AI, reading papers, reading actual research papers from colleges, watching YouTube videos, watching lectures, watching podcasts, everything. Then I founded Kendo AI, which is my AI software company. So we're not just running like a coaching program about AI. I have a real AI company that is fully independent of any personal brand or anything, where we have customers right now that pay us over $20,000 a month to use our AI software that we developed. It is fully custom. It is fully enterprise grade. It's the real deal. There's not many. I think there's maybe one person I can think of that teaches anything about AI and actually runs an AI company. Okay. So make sure when you guys listen to stuff like this, you're not listening to people that are just like, put the course in the bag, bro. Okay. Like if you don't have a real company, you don't know what you're talking about. As far as metrics go, I'm not going to share our current MRR. I will share this. This was a couple of months ago because obviously we have valuations. We might raise money. We scaled this from zero, bootstrapped, no funding, to over $600,000 in ARR. And actually, that was 5 months. We're above this now. While working with companies, they're doing $500 million a year. Okay, companies like WAP, companies like Samcart, Globe Life, like really, really big businesses. And it's already valued at multi-7 figures. I've also, in this process, as you've seen, I've helped dozens of students make millions of dollars using AI. Now, this is not a made-up number. This is a real factual number. For example, Tristan Bannister, over 100K a month. Max Bates, from 10K a month to over, now this is actually, I think, like 130K. I think he's climbed even higher. Building and managing AI-powered sales systems for businesses. We also have a lot of other results. We have Jonathan, Kevin, August, Devin, Aaron, Harry, and many others. So that's why I'm here to show you guys exactly what we've learned. So this is proven. It is tried and tested. There's data behind it. It is not hypothetical. And that's very important for you guys to understand. This is more sophisticated. This is not for complete beginners. This is for people that have done a little bit of stuff before, or you're just highly intelligent. You can be a beginner and be smart and you'll succeed. Otherwise, good luck, buddy. You're kind of doomed. This is not easy. It's not push a button and get rich. It's not passive income. It's going to take hard work. You're going to have to learn. But if you do those things, I guarantee you, you will make more money next year than you've made your entire life combined from this business model. Okay? So it is the most legitimate, defensible, high-income opportunity that I have seen in the last 5 years that I've been in business. And if you don't believe me, I watched one of my bank accounts. No one will tell you guys this. I watched one of my bank accounts this year go from nearly $1 million to $30,000. Obviously, I have other bank accounts. Like I'm not going broke. This was like an operating account because I invested so much into my own AI company, and I forewent making money for an entire year to learn about AI. If I'm not serious about it, you guys should be that serious about it. I don't care about anything right now other than building, using, learning AI, and you guys should be the same. So if you're still with me, let's get started. We're going to hit this green button, ready to rock. So I need to clear up the biggest misconception that you guys have about making money with AI, because there's a lot. Everyone and their mom is slapping the word AI onto their info product, and they're just talking bullshit, okay? Because if you get this wrong, you're going to waste months chasing the wrong thing, and you're going to waste a lot of time and money while getting zero results. And we don't want that, of course. So most people think the way to make money with AI is by selling AI. Now, that would sound logical, right? You'd be like, well, I'm making money with AI. Luke, you're telling me this is an AI program. Not so quite. AI chatbots, AI receptionists, AI automation, AI this, AI that. It's all nonsense at the end of the day. And look, I get it. It makes sense on the surface. AI is this hot thing, so you should sell AI, right? Well, wrong. That's totally incorrect. Nobody actually wants AI. And I want you to really think about this for a second. They want results. I don't care if I'm a business owner, how you get the result. I just want the result. They want more money, more leads, more efficiency, less headaches, more profitability. They want the same things they've always wanted. So they want to go from point A to point B. They don't care how you get there. So think about it like this. When's the last time someone came up to you and was like, hey, I need to buy some AI today? Never. It doesn't happen, because that's not how business works, guys. But you know what businesses do need? The same 3 things that they've needed for the last 100 years. Sales. Every business needs to convert prospects into paying customers. That's sales systems, sales process, sales teams, closing deals, bringing in customers. Marketing. Every business needs to attract and nurture prospects and potential customers. Content, ads, funnels, copywriting, lead gen. That falls under marketing. Number 3, systems. Every business needs to operate efficiently without the owner being the bottleneck. That's the point of systems. You don't want to sell AI automation because you're a commodity. We're going to get into that here in a second. But you want to use it as a tool to achieve the same outcomes that they've wanted for 100 years. Okay, we want to keep it simple. So this is what we teach our entire program off of, this webinar and training: sales, marketing, and systems. Do not reinvent the freaking wheel. No matter what tech comes out, this will always be true, no matter what. AI cannot magically change the basics of running a business. That is stupid. But what AI can do, and has already done, is make these 3 pillars way more efficient, more powerful, and work better. So what this means is that the real money in the AI revolution is not made by selling AI. It's made by using AI to improve these 3 pillars for other businesses. Are you guys following me right now? So you're not walking into a company saying, hey, I do AI automation. That's a commodity, okay? What is a commodity? A commodity is like water. Even this fancy ass water. I got rich people Ashton Hall water right here, okay? This is like $3 a bottle, I think. You can't charge $20 for this. Why? Because water is water. It's a commodity. It's freaking everywhere. You know what you can charge a lot of money for? This Mont Blanc pen. My friend Iman gave me this in Dubai. This pen is $1,000 to my knowledge. Why is this $1,000 and this pen is like 99 cents? Because it's not a commodity, because it's a pen. There's meaning behind this. It's cool. It achieves something cool. I'm riding with a Mont Blanc, right? So it's the same process. We don't want to be a commodity. We want to walk into a business and say, hey, I can increase your close rate by 40%. I can cut your lead generation costs in half. I can automate 20 hours a week of manual work in your operations. And then you use AI to actually deliver those results, okay? You're selling business outcomes that they already want and they already understand and that they already want to pay for, not trying to reinvent the wheel. And this is genuinely, if you take away anything from this, guys, it's one of the most important parts of this whole thing is just listen to what I'm saying, okay? We've proven this even with Kendo. No one cares it's AI. They care about what the outcome is. Okay? So AI should just be your invisible helper that lets you deliver 10 times better results in a fraction of the time. And that is why the business model that we call AI operating, that model works so well. So now that leaves us with the question, what is the AI operator model? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it is the coolest, most fun, most profitable, best business model that I have ever seen in my life. And I'm not saying that because we teach it. I'm genuinely serious. Believe me or not, you're going to see why in this presentation. You get paid based on results that you create or by building value for businesses. If you do a website, that's a one-time fee. You do a funnel, that's a one-time fee. If I do what Mark did, I run a webinar for a client, I generate 150 bands. Mark is making 20% off of 150 grand. That's like $30,000 profit for Mark. That's insane. He just made 30K, done. Like, that's what we want to do. We don't want to do this other bullshit, AI automation, okay? So here's what AI operating looks like in practice, to put it in easy terms for you guys. So let's say you find a good business. So info, e-com, SaaS, it doesn't really matter. You look at their sales, their marketing, their systems, and you see where that you can help them make more money. And more money could be more efficiency. It could be saved time. It could be better production, more leads, right? Or actual more money. So let's say their landing page converts at 3 to 4%, or their ads suck, or their show up rate is terrible. Your job is to go into their business, help them increase those numbers using the help of AI. For example, rewrite their landing page and their ads with Claude, create better video creatives with Sora, or build out a better backend for their sales team. I really want to stress, if you don't know what any of that fucking means, don't worry, like I'm going to break it down. Bear with me and kind of like the thought process here. If you simply charge a good retainer or a rev share from the upside that they get, you can help them really climb and really grow. You are going to make a lot of money. And Mark's a great example of that. Generated 150K for his client last night. He's going to make 30K off of that. That's incredible, okay? And the best part is, guys, this business is fun. Working with AI is awesome. You're not grinding out repetitive tasks. You're not managing a huge team. You have AI as your little invisible helper, like I said, doing a lot of this. So you're simply using these cutting edge tools that we have, like Gemini 3 came out yesterday. Nano Banana Pro came out today. I can now clone my face on literally anything. It's insane. And you get to solve interesting business problems and get paid extremely well to do it. Now, I don't know if you guys listen to this podcast. There's this podcast I listen to called the Founders Podcast. And it is about the greatest founders in the world. Okay. So I'm talking like Bezos, Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, people of that accord. Who was it? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was Brad Jacobs. Brad Jacobs has built, I think he's the only person ever, he's built $8 billion companies. And so I listened to this podcast about Brad as I'm on a run this week. And I was thinking about building this presentation. And Brad Jacobs says, I love when I have problems. Like I went to dinner with a mentor of mine. Like this is Brad saying this. He went to dinner with a mentor of his. This mentor was older than him. It's when Brad was younger. He's probably in his like 50s or 60s now. And he was real sad. He was complaining. And his mentor, very successful at the time, was like, hey, like what's wrong? Brad complains. Hey, I got all these problems. This is going wrong. That's going wrong. And his mentor simply sat and listened. And at the end, his mentor goes, hey, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. And Brad's like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? So his mentor taught him this lesson. And this is what he attributes to his success building $8 billion companies is he said, I love problems. Business, at the end of the day, is solving problems for other people. The more complex the problem is, the better I get paid. Now, I'm going to give you a good example. Amazon, Jeff Bezos. It's not e-commerce. It's logistics. Jeff Bezos solved the problem of getting a product from the internet to your door in like a day. that logistically was impossible. It is one of the hardest problems to solve. Therefore, he's now one of the richest people in the world. Elon Musk is building the first electric car that actually works. He's putting people in space. He's putting satellites in space. Again, no one's done that before. So is that a hard problem? Yes. Why is he the richest person in the world? Because he solves problems at that scale. I want you guys watching this to think the same way. You're solving problems. You're in the business of solving problems. And they're interesting problems. They're fun problems. And you want to start to love problems, okay? I really want to stress that. So now that you know what an AI operator is, essentially, let's get into the tactical stuff. How do you set this up? How do you pick your niche? How do you choose your service? How do you craft your offer? How do you price it? All very important questions. I'm going to cover all of those for you. So this is where most people get overwhelmed because there's a million different directions you can go. And if you guys can't tell by now, the reason I think we're so successful and I think that our student success is so high compared to other people, we keep it simple, okay? You've probably heard the KISS acronym before. Keep it simple, stupid. Best advice of all time. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I want to take what's worked for 50 years. I want to put new technology on it. That's our business model. So I'm going to break this down so you guys know exactly what you're doing. So first things first, we need to pick a niche. And I don't mean in some vague, like pick your passion kind of way. I mean, you need to pick a specific type of business that you are going to target. Here's the criteria for a good niche. Number one, they spend at least $50,000 a year on sales, marketing, or systems. That's easy qualifier. Does this business spend money to solve problems? Yes, awesome. No, throw them away. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If they're not spending serious money to fix problems already, they're not a good client. They're going to be paying the ass. You don't want to work with poor people. Poor people suck. Coming from a previously poor person. They're capable of generating extra $100,000 a year using better systems, copy, or sales. So you want someone that you can solve problems for, and then you want somebody that if you solve the problem for, it will generate upside. What is upside? Upside means more of the same good thing. More sales, more leads, more efficiency, more ROI, more time savings. Because we ideally are getting paid on performance. So if my client makes 100 grand, I should make 20 grand. I should make 10 grand. That's called reciprocity. That's called good business. And that's how you guys make money. Rule number one of making money that I learned when I was like 18 years old, reading all these business books. You want to get rich? Make other people more money. You will get rich. Jeff Bezos said in the same podcast, he's like, people complain that I'm worth $200 billion. But what they don't realize is I own like 2% of Amazon, which is a multi-trillion-dollar company. So I've created 98% of the wealth of Amazon for other people. I only am worth 2% of that. Why? Because he's creating money for other people. That's how you get rich. And number three, you have easy access to reach them, okay? If you can't DM them on Instagram, you can't email them, you can't find them on LinkedIn, you can't send them cold emails, it's too hard of a niche. Like, we don't want to do that, okay? You want to make it easy for yourself. So based on these criteria, here are the best niches that I recommend for you guys to target. So software companies, SaaS businesses have very expensive, tough problems. Customer acquisition, operations, sales, marketing, a lot of these things. Very tough. Why do I know this? I run 2 software companies myself, okay? Kendo and Closify. And now, if you can help them reduce their cost per customer or improve retention, you're worth your weight in gold to them. Info product businesses. I made most of my money in info. I'm very transparent with you guys, by the way. I fucking sell courses because my shit is the best. Like, I'm very transparent. I'm totally going to sell you something at the end of the webinar. Why? Well, this is a webinar. What wrote this webinar? AI. What wrote the marketing for this? AI. Like, I'm literally doing what I'm going to teach you guys to do. And now you can either get mad at this, or you can be like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, I get it now, okay? Info is a great business. Coaches, consultants, course creators, anyone that's running ads, they're ripping on organic, they have a lot of traffic. Those guys spend money. Guys, back at our peak of Closer Cartel, this new company is ramping up, but back at our peak at Closer Cartel, I was spending millions of dollars a year on my team and on software. And so that was contractors. That was people that were doing for me what I want you guys to do for other businesses. So another great business. E-com brands, specifically brands doing at least $1 million a year in revenue, they need creatives, a lot of creatives, okay? That's like the ads they run. They need ads. They need conversion rate optimization. They need fulfillment. They need back-end systems. They need a lot of things. So especially with like Meta's latest algo change, it's called Andromeda. Basically, you need a lot more ad creatives than you did before. They need a ton of volume. Now, how can we do that? One thing I'm going to show you later is using AI to create creatives because it takes like 2 seconds. You can do it at a crazy scale, and it's something that you could totally charge a lot of money for. That's another good one is e-com brands. And finally, agencies, okay? Not my favorite, but it's still a doable one. Every agency on earth has the same problems: delivery, sales problems, operational bottlenecks. Now, you're probably thinking, isn't this what you're teaching us to do? No. The way we run this business, we avoid these problems. We don't have delivery problems because AI does the delivery. We don't have sales problems because we get really fucking good at sales. We craft an offer that people like beg us for, and we use AI to do outreach. So we don't have that problem either. And we don't have operational problems because we use AI. But the people that are not up to speed with this, they need your help, and you can sell this to them as well. Guys, I have students in my private group right now who are closing. This is the coolest one ever. $25,000 to $50,000 upfront deals to build context profile systems for government contracting agencies. I know that's a mouthful. Context profiles are basically sharing data to AI. This kid, Rohan, well, I think he's older than me. He's a grown man. Rohan lives like over there in Brickell. He is printing money, selling AI to government contracting agencies, like War Dogs, the movie, okay? One of my other guys, on track to do $350,000 plus this year just from his AI implementation offer. Basically, hey, I'll help you get up to speed with AI. Easy, whatever you need. Obviously, he's an expert. For enterprise companies. So enterprise means like big software, right? He literally just started in early 2025. Now, how do you actually pick within these options? I just gave you like 4 options. Well, ask yourself these questions, guys. And I'm a big fan of, I don't want to tell you what to do. I want to tell you how to think. I want you to think. I want you to be smart. I don't want you to be a dummy. I want you to use your brain. So for example, if you hate e-com, don't do e-com. Pick something that you're interested in. For me, I'm genuinely curious about AI, sales and marketing, sales systems. So that's what I lean into, right? That's what I'm very good at. I'm good at product. So I lean into those things. What track record do you have? Now, if you're new, don't worry. We have a lot of people that went from scratch like Tristan and have done this and been successful. But if you're a closer, this is the greatest next step for you to do, by the way. If you're a closer, lean into sales, okay? If you've done marketing, lean into that. Use your existing experience as leverage. Now, what experience do you have? Even if it's just being a customer in this space, that means you know the space. That means you have connections. That means you know how it works. And you understand the problems better than someone who's never been there before. Don't overthink this. This is the easiest part. Like, just start, okay? Worst case, you pick one and you fail. So you can always pivot later. You can always change your mind. But once you have case studies, you're like Rocky. That's the hardest part. This literally is the hump you got to get over to succeed, okay? So the most important thing is you get started, you get results, and you scale up to bigger opportunities. So how do you know who you're helping? What are you going to actually do for them? Well, again, this comes back to our 3 pillars. Sales, marketing, systems. Your job is to figure out which one you're going to specialize in. And it can be whatever you want. Because what you don't want to do, guys, is become a jack of all trades and a master of none. And I know it's not the actual saying and how that goes. But the point is, I want you to be a Swiss Army knife for a specific thing, okay? Be a sniper. Don't be a bomb. A bomb blows up everything. Sniper takes out a clean target. Like, boom, I'm clean. That's what I want you guys to be. So here's some examples of services that you could offer. Feel free to screenshot these, by the way, okay? Number 1, creative services. Who probably needs this? E-com, info products, things like that. Ad creatives, websites and funnels, video content. All can be done with AI very easily, very high level. Sora 2 from OpenAI, VO 3.1, which is coming out from Google, are crazy at video generation right now. You can do facial recognition. You can do full character consistency. You can make full ads. You can make full YouTube hooks. You can make B-roll footage, whatever you want. I'm doing all of this right now, both for the ads for this event, as well as my ads for Kendo that are literally generating us enterprise value, okay? So businesses need attention to detail. And so you're probably thinking like, okay, they have access to the same tools as me. Why would they pay me? 1, they don't have time. 2, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'll be honest with you. Most of these businesses that are bigger are too busy doing what they already do to do other things. So they need to pay people like you to do email, design, editing, and everything else that goes into these sorts of services. So you could sell this service to e-com brands, SaaS companies, personal brands, YouTube channels. You can charge $1 to $5K a month as a retainer for X number of video deliverables, or you can charge per video, like $50 a video, $40 a video. And then all you got to do, I can't believe I'm giving this away for free. Guys, Sora and VO3 cost probably a couple bucks to make a really good video because you got to rerun it a couple times. If I sell it for $50 and it costs me $5 to make with labor of a VA managing it for me, I'm making $45 automated. All I got to do is get clients to buy those videos. I'm now printing money. That's how you need to think. So do the math. If you guys land 10 clients at $3K each, that's 30 grand a month with AI doing most of the work, which is badass. So number 2, marketing, copywriting, every piece of copy that you see from me, literally everything. I'm exposing myself. My VSL, this webinar, the script for this webinar, I'm not AI, unfortunately. It's my real face. My ads, everything, I use AI to generate. And I'm going to show you at the end of this presentation exactly how I do it. I'm literally going to hit a button and make it happen for you. I'll blow your freaking mind. All of our funnels, all of our webinar, all AI now. Sales assets, all AI. Ad scripting, strategy, traffic. I'm still manually hitting buttons in Facebook Ads Manager, but everything else is AI. It's absolutely insane. So copywriting, you literally use Claude and GPT to do all this, by the way. It costs you $20. Copywriting, funnels, webinars, sales assets, all of this, you can use very cheap tools to do. Sales services, number 3, sales staffing. This one's a bit manual because it's people. AI isn't replacing sales reps yet. That's why Kendo makes sales reps better. That's the approach we took because the tech isn't good enough to close you for 10 grand. So that's manual still. Sales management, largely AI. Sales process, AI. Sales funnels, all AI. We do all this with AI. Again, you can use AI to deliver a bunch of these services for you, okay? Finally, systems, okay? Workflows, automation, CRMs, and tech stack, data management. On the back end of this webinar, guys, there's a lot of stuff, right? There's data tracking, there's ads tracking, there's sales tracking, there's back-end automations, there's the email sending, There's the deliverability. Like it's a lot of back-end technical stuff. It's not that hard to do, but it's very helpful to have. And it's very valuable to have. And if I didn't have it, it wouldn't work. And so the businesses that you can sell this to, they desperately need it. And there's not a lot of people that do this. So my COO is actually the head coach in our program. He literally charges like $40K for CRM build outs to other people. Like, I'm not kidding. Every business needs some kind of automation. And so if you can sell it to them by attaching a result to it, you'll make a lot of money. Now, don't be an AI automation agency. It's not a good offer because people can just go on Upwork and hire an N8N guy for like $20 from the Philippines. But if you incorporate it into your offer as your business, it'll be a lot better. Okay. So now I know a lot of those are overwhelming, maybe. I'm just listing off services for you. We'll go into depth. Just bear with me. Luckily, you don't need to do all these things. You need to pick one or two that align with your strengths and go really deep on those. Okay. So for example, if you're somewhat good at copywriting, focus on that. Write VSLs for people, write email sequences for people. That's it. Like Tristan at the beginning of this presentation was talking about, yeah, bro, I write VSLs now with AI. It takes him like an hour. Like it's insane. And I'm going to literally write one for you guys live and show you. If you're technical, like Rohan, who's doing the government contracting and you like problem solving, focus on automation or backend or technical things using tools like N8N, Make, Zapier, Gumloop, things like that. If you're good with people and sales, do sales management, do team building, do hiring, do staffing. The point is pick a lane and own it completely. This is how you make money. The riches are in the niches. Kendo AI has found one particular industry that I didn't initially plan on, and that's now our like industry we target. Like we target one specific industry. I don't target every sales rep in the world. I target one because it just works really well. And so I recommend you guys do the same thing. Now that you know how to do kind of a niche service, like that thought process, how do you package this into an actual offer? Because an offer is the thing you sell. It's the thing you do. It's the result you achieve. It's very, very important that you get this right. And it's a lot simpler. And all you gotta do is ask 4 questions. So number one, who are you helping and why? So get specific, not I help businesses. That's fucking terrible. Example, I help info product owners who run paid ads and are struggling with low show up rates and close rates. That's very specific. And again, this is just an example. Take it with a grain of salt. Number two, what are you doing for them? This is the service. I'm building out pre-call and post-call assets. If you don't know what that means, basically like the emails you get before a webinar, the funnel you go through when you book a call, things like that, right? It's pretty easy to do. Managing your sales process to increase your show up rate and your close rate. Now, those stats, if raised, make a dramatic difference for a business. And we've literally like made a living doing that for other businesses for years. Number three, how expensive is this problem? If a business is doing 100 grand a month and their show up rate is 20%, so of the calls that book with that business to like buy their thing, only 20% of people show up. It's not good. Instead of 40%, they're leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table every year. That's a very expensive problem. Okay, that's not good. Number four, how will you fulfill the work and get results? This is where AI comes in. That's the whole point of this thing. And you're not saying this to them. This is for you internally. I'll use AI to write all the email sequences, build the workflows, and N8N, analyze all the call data, optimize their process in a fraction of the time it would normally take. That, my friends, is an offer. Now, if we were to write this down, which I really recommend you do actually, inside of AI Insiders, we literally have a document where they fill out. So you're going to say, who am I helping? What am I doing for them? How expensive is the problem? How will I fulfill this work? That should give you a very clear target to go for. That's it. That's your offer. Just make sure you do not make it all about AI, okay? Not like, I'm going to AI your show rate. I'm going to AI your close rate. Don't do that, okay? I'm just going to fix your business. I'm going to fix your business problems. I'm using AI. I'm not going to tell you about it. That's how you do it. Now, let's talk about pricing. How do we price these things? Well, this is where a lot of people get stuck because they're scared to charge what they're actually worth. Now, there are two kinds of businesses that run a service-based business. There are the people that get paid shit, and there's the people like our students like Mark that make 30 bands off of one event. I made, by the way, last year we did a launch for a trading guru. I won't say names. I'm very like private with their client info. We generated $4.5 million in a week for this client. We managed the sales team, the sales process. We hit every single lead that opted into his event. We got paid about $200,000, like personally, for doing that. Okay, one event, 1 week of like intense work, easy money. Here's the truth: you can charge whatever you can sell. So people are like, "How much do I charge for this? What do I price this at?" I don't give a fuck, dude. Whatever you can get away with. If you can charge 20 grand, do it. But there are some best practices that I recommend. So number one-time setup fee. When do you do this? This is for projects that have a clear beginning and an end, okay? So like building out a CRM, creating a funnel, writing a VSL, you charge 2 to 10K upfront, depending on what it is, done, okay? So like I told you earlier, my COO literally builds these for other people. He gets paid like 20 to 40 grand one time to do this because it's very valuable. Number two is a monthly retainer. Retainer means like every month, okay? Like MRR. This is for ongoing work where you're constantly delivering something every month. So maybe you're writing emails every week, you're managing their ads, you're doing creative work. You charge $2,000 to $10,000 per month, depending on what you're doing, what the scope is. And then number three, this is where when you get really good at this, you get your feet wet, you get some money coming in. Then we go for the big money. This is a rev share or a profit share. This is where we've made a shit ton of money. It's where our students make a shit ton of money. It's where you guys will make a shit ton of money. You get paid a percentage of the upside, like I explained at the beginning of this presentation. So for example, let's say a business is doing 60 grand a month with a 20% show rate. So they book 10 calls, only 2 of them show up. Their close rate is 30%. So I would literally have to book like 40 calls to close like 2 deals or whatever the math is. You come in, you double their show rate. Not hard. You just have to have the right systems. You double their close rate or you increase their close rate to 40%. Again, not hard. 40% is about standard, depending on what the offer is. That business now is doing 5K offer, 60K a month, 12 deals. That means you're getting about 200 booked calls every month, 20% show rate. So out of the 40 attended calls, you're only closing 30%. Now with your improvements, we are at, what is this math? 160K? I think it's right. So you basically took them from 60 to 160. You take a percentage of that. Now, it sounds complex. It sounds crazy. This is literally what Mark did. Mark did a webinar for a client. He fixed their show rate. He made sure a bunch of people showed up. Okay. He made sure the closers closed deals. He raised these stats. They do 150K in an event. He makes 30 grand. Like, it's not rocket science once you know what you're doing. And it's not hard to learn, I promise. So if you're taking 10% of that, congrats, there's 10K a month from one client. Do this a couple of times, you're making a lot of money. Okay. The average like high income in the United States, I think is like $250,000 a year. That's like 1%. You guys all will be top 1% earners if you do what I am teaching you in this video. I guarantee you. Now, here's the beauty of that. They're getting the business a 4 to 5x ROI on what they're paying you. So they'll never fire you as long as you keep delivering. You're never going to get fired. You have job security because you are performing. You're not a commodity. You're not an employee. You're not a W-2 wage salary where I just pay you and you kind of do some work. Like, that's horrible. I want you to make me money. You make me money, I'll pay you all day. Easy, okay? That's the best way to get rich. I told you, I've learned this since I was 18. Now, the price itself depends on the client, and to the client, the amount of results you're going to get for them. So I would usually recommend something like this for your guys' first couple deals. Charge a setup fee of anywhere from like 2 to 10 grand to build the systems and get everything in place. So you get skin in the game day one, then negotiate a rev share of 10 to 20% if possible, depending on what you're selling, if that's possible, for your ongoing service. That way you get paid immediately. So there's no like chance of you not getting paid. And then you get paid long-term based on your performance. And you should not be doing this business if you don't get results for people. That's the whole fucking point, okay? I get results, I make money, I'm gonna get rich. If you don't do those things, it's not the business for you. No business is for you, to be honest. We need to be good at what we do. Now, the rule of thumb that I always like to do is they get a 4X on what they're paying you. So if you pay me 10 grand, I want you to make at least 40 grand, because then you'll never feel slighted. You'll never feel like I'm greedy. You'll never feel like I'm taking advantage of you. And I'm not gonna get fired. I'm gonna have you forever paying me money. So now you guys know how to pick your niche, how to choose your service, how to create your offer, and how to price it. Genuinely, like what I just showed you is what we teach in the first module of AI Insiders. This is really what we do. Okay, that's the foundation of your AI operating business. One thing I want you guys to stay away from is what I call the operator's block. Now, this is really important. This is basically a state in which you think you're productive, but you're actually not. A lot of people fall into this, especially people that start a new business. You spend time building a fancy website, building templates, building SOPs and CRMs as practice. You tell yourself that you're doing it to get better, but you're not, and it's not moving your business forward. The only thing that moves your business forward is what I just told you. There's only a few things you need to focus on to actually make money with this. And that is finding clients, getting them to say yes, getting paid. Doing the work is easy. That's the whole point of this business model. Is if I don't know how to do it, I go ask AI. AI does it for me 99% correct most of the time, every time. Like, it's basically magic in a bottle, okay? And if you have all the above, but you don't know where to get clients, you're just wasting your time. You're never gonna make money. Sales is still king in everything, okay? I've literally been the sales guy the last 5 years. You know what I've done all year, starting a new AI company, Kendo? I've taken sales calls every fucking day this year, every day, because sales is king. It's important that I do sales and that I get clients. That's what makes you money. Now, the back half of this, the difference between this and being a sales rep is I get paid a lot more because I'm delivering something for the client. But that used to be a problem in old agencies or old service-based businesses. I had to close, do outreach, get sales, and then I had to do all this work. Now, we just get clients. AI does most of the work for us. It's very easy. You get what I'm saying? So let's get into client acquisition. Now, I'll be honest. This is the hardest part of the business. This is the thing that keeps some people out of the business. This is the thing that keeps some people from being successful. But this is also the part that means there's competition. And it means they're going to quit and you're going to succeed, okay? There are two main ways to land clients: warm outreach and cold outreach. Warm outreach is reaching out to people you already know. So past clients, friends, network connections that you know, people that you've worked with before, anything like that. If you have a network, start there. I guarantee you there is money in your network just waiting for you if you have done anything before. Now, message everyone you know that fits your niche criteria from the previous methods that we did and offer to help them. If you have to, offer to help them for free. I'm not against free work at all. I did free work for my first 4 major clients when I was a 19-year-old kid and I dropped out of college. I had an agency at the time. I hadn't become a sales rep yet. I did free funnels, free web design. I did free everything for everybody. I built great connections for myself, and then I built a name in the industry and I blew up. That's what you guys should do as well. That's the lowest hanging fruit, and it's going to make you the most money as quickly as possible. But we're going to assume most of you have no network, okay? You're starting from zero, and that's totally fine. Like I said, I literally did the same thing. You guys see me now and you see like, I don't flex any lifestyle crap now because I don't care. But like you see stuff like, oh, he has a watch. Oh, he has a car. Like, who cares? All that is nonsense. I started from zero, like -0, to be honest with you. You can do it. It's possible. You just got to actually try. That is like clearly the most separation thing in the world is people that try and those that don't try. So that's why your second best bet, and honestly the most scalable way of building a business, is cold outreach. Okay. Cold outreach is reaching out to people that have never heard of you before. And yes, it works. It works really, 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 really well. And it's hard. Therefore, if you're good at it, you're going to beat everybody. Okay. So let me show you how to do this. So before you send a single message, I get 5 million DMs a day from people that have no clue what they're doing. No clue. Okay. This is where most people fail. They target the wrong people. They send the right messages and then they wonder why nothing works. Because it doesn't matter if you send the perfect message, if you're sending to the wrong prospects, and vice versa if you flip this around. So here's what a good prospect looks like. Like I said, they have an expensive problem. We already went over this one. Number 2, they have money to spend. How do you know this? Take a look at their business, take a look at their Instagram, use common sense. It's easy to tell. Number 3, you can reach the decision maker directly, or whoever in that company is the decision maker if it's a bigger company. So if you're an enterprise, you're going to be selling to like the VP of sales, the CMO, like somebody like that. If it's an info product, you're going to be selling to the guru, to the me, to the whoever. You don't want to be jumping through hoops. And I'm so dead that we left this one here. Leaving donuts at the front desk. Guys, very quick story. When I started my first agency, I was like 18, 19 years old. I'm in Dayton, Ohio. I was like, everybody, I was like, I'm going to get dentists. I'm going to run Facebook ads for dentists. That sounds like a great idea. Fucking horrible idea. Don't work with local businesses. They're all dumb and poor. I would buy donuts. I had literally $100 to my name. I would go to this donut shop. I can't remember the name of the donut shop. It's like famous in Beaver Creek, Ohio. I would go get these donuts and I would take them to the dentist's office and I'd leave them with the fat receptionist lady. And I would leave a note and a letter. And I'd be like, hey, like, can you get this to the guy? Like, can you get this to the the dentist or whoever? It didn't work one time. I never even got a call back. The fat ladies just ate all my donuts. So don't do that. You don't want to be that guy. Now, the sweet spot, not too small, not too big, but medium, perfect size, okay? They can easily afford your good service. They have budget, they're accessible, they have clear expensive problems, and they make decisions fast, okay? That's who you want to target. Now, choose the industry that you picked earlier in the exercise. Don't industry hop or niche down so hard that you can't find enough prospects. There is like a sweet spot, okay? You want to be in the middle of these sorts of things. So here's how you actually find people. It's largely common sense, and I know that's a crazy concept, but info product people, so coaching programs, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, social media, SaaS companies, LinkedIn, Twitter, also cold email, obviously, for all these. E-commerce brands, Twitter, LinkedIn, probably not Instagram because the e-commerce brand page is not run by the founder. It's run by who? The social media manager. They're not going to get your DM to the person. You need to contact them directly. Professional services, LinkedIn. Use the platform where they're most active and do your outreach there. Number 2, use platform-specific tactics to find prospects. For Instagram, click the plus button. So when you go to a profile, you'll see a plus icon. If you click that, it'll show you similar profiles to that profile. And it's really cool. We used to use this to find high-tech sales clients. Instagram's algorithm will literally show you similar accounts. So if you find one ideal client, you can literally just click plus again, and it'll literally show you the whole industry. You can get through and find everybody in a day. And now you can use AI to scrape all the information and put it into a sheet for you and then just email them. Very easy. Now for Twitter, search for key terms in your industry. So if you're targeting e-com, search Facebook ads, branded dropshipping, Shopify store. If you're targeting coaches, search for those sorts of niche keywords. LinkedIn, sales nav, it's $100 a month. You can filter by everything. For email, use Apollo, use ListKit, use something like that. And remember, I want to stress this. All outreach works. There's no best method. It all works. The question is, how good are you? How good is your offer? And are you doing it enough? That's literally the 3 things that actually go into this that determine results. Now, here's a secret sauce for you guys. We've never shared this before, not even in a YouTube video. You can use ChatGPT agent mode or something like Manus or whatever to find prospects as well. So here's the plug and play. Make sure you guys screenshot this. So you're going to go put this into agent mode. We'll just use agent mode, into agent mode. It's going to do it for you. It's going to literally find what you ask for, and it works. We found customers for Kendo, large companies, doing this. By giving it the good criteria, it goes and finds everybody else. Now, once you've found potential prospects, you want to create a spreadsheet or use a CRM like Close or even a Google Sheet is fine, and track all this because you don't want to do outreach and then not save that lead. You want to be able to hit that lead over and over and over again. Treat it like a real sales pipeline because that's exactly what it is, guys. You're doing sales. You don't fix what you can't track. All right, so now comes the fun part, the outreach itself. There's 2 steps to doing this unless you're doing email. Very, very easy. So screenshot this as well. First, set up your profile properly. Make sure you have a good profile. You don't have a blank bio. You don't have any no posts. You have a dumb profile picture. Look professional. Don't look like you're standing in front of a Lamborghini. Be a professional, okay? Be a pro. Your profile should communicate that you know what you're doing, you're professional, and you have results. You don't need thousands of followers. You don't need a personal brand. You just need to look like a half intelligent person. I promise you, all the AI insiders kids that are crushing it, none of them have personal brands. None of them. If you look at my profile on LinkedIn, for example, this is built for enterprise, for software. It's set up pretty well, okay? It's not anything crazy, but it works really well because I have a B2B audience on LinkedIn because of software. Now that brings me to step 2, the outreach message. Now, the only thing that you need to know about outreach messages is to lead with value, not your pitch. You're not selling in the DM. You're selling on the call. You're selling the call in the DM. Think about what I just said. 99% of people send garbage messages that sound like every other AI consultant, okay? This is not good. Hey, John, so you're hiring for sales ops. I help SaaS companies. Oh, implement AI. Would love to chat. Horrible. Generic, no insight, no specificity, asking for the time, giving nothing. You're not valuable. Get out of my inbox, okay? Here's a good one. Hey, John, you have this specific problem. So I took the liberty of making a quick video for you showing how you can fix it or how we're helping X fix it or how we've helped this guy fix it. Here's the link. Very simple, okay? Shows you actually researched them. You identified a specific problem. You quantified the gap. So like, hey, you have problem, solution. You offered value up front and there's low commitment. It's just like, hey, watch this video. Not book a call, not give me your social security number, not give me money. It's a low ask is what you call it. Now, the best outreach strategy is to send them work that you've already done. If you have this, awesome. If you don't, it's fine. Just do the work with the AI and send it to them. If you're going to sell a VSL, I'm going to write 3 pages of a VSL with Claude. I'm going to send it to them. If you want to make ad creatives for people, make some ad creatives and send it to them. If you want to sell systems, show them some systems you built and send it to them. If they don't respond to these, you probably aren't good at doing it because if you're a really good copywriter, you're probably going to get clients. If you're a really good content guy, you're going to get clients and vice versa. That's the coolest part about AI ever, to be honest with you, is in the past, you would have to do all this work. It would take forever. But now you can just do the work with AI and show them that you can do the work and they don't know it's done with AI. They're just going to be like, wow, this is good. I would love to pay you for this. Again, you can use ChatGPT agent mode or Perplexity to do research on your clients as well. So here's another plug and play problem for you. Go ahead and screenshot this. I'll give you guys a second here. Awesome. This is how you stand out, okay? Everyone says I can help you. Everyone says they're good at things. Everyone's an expert until it comes down to it. Actually show them. Here's what not to do. Also screenshot this. Don't send yo or do you have a coaching program? Don't write a long paragraph about yourself. Don't be needy. Don't mention you're using AI. That's your secret weapon, not your pitch. Don't ask for an hour-long call up front. The goal of outreach is to book a 10 to 15-minute call to show them value. That's it. Not a sales call, just a quick conversation where you can diagnose the problem and show that you know your shit. It's hard to find good employees in business. It's hard to find good contractors and good service providers. So if you're competent and you can show that, it is so easy for you guys to win. I'm telling you, like the competition has never been lower. The bar, as they say, is like down here. Now, most people give up after one message. Oh, I tried outreach, it doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I'm just going to be poor. It doesn't work for me. That's a mistake, okay? The fortune is in the follow-up, if you probably heard that before, but you have to follow up the right way. Bad follow-up is, hey, just bumping this up. Hey, did you see my last message? Hey, I'm assuming you're not interested and I just suck. Can you please give me money? No, okay? It's annoying. It's needy. You sound like a bitch. Every follow-up should be valuable, okay? Like this. Here's some examples. Don't copy paste these, by the way, because everyone's going to do that. You're going to look the same as everybody. Make them unique. Hey, sent that over a few days ago. Also saw this new thing. I built you this new thing. You want me to send it over? Etc., etc., etc. Screenshot this. I'll give you 1 second. Don't copy these exactly though. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. You can follow up 5 to 7 times as long as you're adding value every single time. After that, if they don't respond, fuck them. You don't need them anyway. You can even make pre-recorded stuff, like a Loom breaking down something, as long as it's not like easy to tell that it was pre-recorded. Like, oh, you didn't make that personal. Like, make sure it doesn't look like it. Like, hey man, just wanted to send this over. They don't know if you just made that or not. Here's a little hack, by the way. If you're going to send a Loom video, Loom shows the date in which the video was made. If you made it 3 months ago and you keep sending it to people and it shows the view count and it's made 3 months ago, it's not going to work. So you need to make it look like it's fresh, whether you send that as a separate video, as like an MP4, whatever you do, just don't like be thorough. Okay. Don't look like the guy, but just is like spamming out Looms to people. It doesn't work. If you send personalized outreach, like I'm showing you to 100 people, do you not think you can land 1 client? The answer is yes. It's a rhetorical question. Now, the pricing for what we sell, you're going to make at least $2,000 for every client you get, at least. So congratulations, send 100 messages, you just make $2,000 at least. Now, if not, do 100 more. If you lose motivation, just remember this. If by the end of 100 outreaches, you land 1 client paying you, let's say $20,000, that means you're actually getting paid $200 per outreach that you send. This is one of those things where you're going to work and work and work. You're going to see no results. And then all of a sudden you're going to see results. Now, that's not an overnight success.
The work was done in advance. Okay, that's a lagging indicator. Success and money and income is a lagging indicator of you doing the right activities up front. So you've now outreached and you just booked a call. Oh shit, I booked a call. What do I do? Don't make the mistake most people make. Okay, this is not a pitch. This is not you explaining what you do. It's not about you. It's not about your background. This is a diagnosis. You're a doctor. They're a patient. When you go to the doctor's office, I used to teach high ticket sales like easy for people. If I go to the doctor's office, he doesn't walk in and go, "Oh, your arm's broke. I think you need this. Here, buy this." No, he goes, "Does this hurt? How did you hurt this? Like, do you have any other medication? Do you have any prior existing things?" You know, they diagnose and then prescribe a solution. That's what sales is at the end of the day. Here's a framework for you guys to run a sales call. You want to first diagnose. So ask questions to help you understand what they're doing right now. Hey, walk me through your current content process. Like, how are you guys creating your YouTube videos, your ads, your social content? Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. Next question, right? How much are you spending on this per month? Like, are you doing it yourself or do you guys have a team? Oh, you don't have a team. Okay. In my head, they need this. They don't have a team. They need me. How long is that working for you? Et cetera, et cetera. The goal here is to get the full picture of their current reality. Don't rush this. This is the most important part of the call. If you do discovery well, the rest of the call is cake and they'll often close themselves, okay? Now, this is their desired situation. Now, not in the B2C way of like, oh, you want to be making 10 grand a month? What would happen if you quit your job at McDonald's? We're not doing that, okay? If, hey, John, in 90 days, let's say we're actually giving you 100 new creatives a month. How much would that help your guys' sort of ad system right now? Or how much better return do you think you'd be getting from paid traffic? You know, things like that. Like real logical, not B2C. You're selling B2B. You're selling sophisticated. Now identify the gap. So it sounds like you want to be doing 20 pieces of content per week, but you're only doing 3. What's stopping you guys from getting there? Oh, I'm just really busy, man. Time, cost, I don't know how. Team capacity. Hence, where you come in. Here's your opening. You say you have a solution. Now you say, hey, listen, man, I think we can help you. Obviously, you're dealing with these problems right now. Most of our clients are. So ask for permission. Is it cool if I show you how we can help you do X, Y, Z? Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm on the fucking call. Okay, so John, I think the best thing for you is we'll build you a complete like lead qualification system. So every lead that comes in is going to get automatically scored. We're going to route that to the right sales rep. We're going to send them pre-call material to help your show up rate. We're going to track all of this in your CRM. Actually, here, let me show you how it works. I already built this out for another one of our clients. I didn't say anything about AI, okay? I'm focusing on the metrics that matter to them. Better sales, better show rate, more tracking, better data, better systems. Notice I'm not selling AI, okay? Very, very important. Number 5, don't send a proposal. Close them on the call. If you send a proposal, you're never, ever going to get money from them. You will not hear back from them. Even now, like I'm taking Kendo calls. Every time a prospect is like, yeah, I'll get back to you, man. I'm interested. I want to do it. I'll talk to you next Monday. They never get back to me. It's an objection. It's bullshit. And obviously, I don't let them do that. It's an objection. Hey, does that make sense? Do you see how this would solve the problem? If they say, yes, awesome. I can get you started this week. I'll send you over an invoice for the setup fee today. I recommend you do it on the call unless there is a true decision-making process at a bigger company. And we'll schedule a kickoff call for X date. Sound good? Awesome. Close them on the call if you can. If they hesitate, handle the objection. Now, I'm not doing a full sales training. If you need help with objections, go watch my YouTube channel. I am like really good at sales, okay? Go watch all of our free training on objection handling and sales. It's a piece of cake. This is how you close deals. Literally this 1 to 5 process. This is how you should close deals. So let's be conservative and say that you close at like 25%. So it's going to take you 4 calls to get 1 client. So if we have to send 100 outreach messages to get 4 calls, that means 100 outreach messages equals 1 client. So we need 200 for 2, 300 for 3. Then we have results. Then we don't got to do outreach anymore because then we have case studies, we have referrals, we have inbound leads, we can bring them business to us. But this is the hard part. This is the hill you got to climb, you got to get over, which again, it's not bad. If you close a $20,000 client from 4 calls, congrats, bro, you're making $5K a call. It's better than what you're doing now. So let's assume you've closed the deal. What are we going to do now? First thing, you need to onboard them properly. So there's this big mistake that service-based businesses make where they'll close a deal and then they just don't talk to the customer anymore. They're going to churn. You got to babysit them a little bit. So here's what you do. Send an onboarding form, type form, Google form, doesn't matter. Ask them questions like these. Obviously, this is tailored to your business and to what you're actually selling. Ask them questions like this so that you really understand what's going on and you can help them further. Number 2, schedule a kickoff call. It's always nice, guys, to go the extra step for your clients. Your clients are paying you money. They are your livelihood. Take care of them, treat them with respect, help them out. I hate when I employ somebody or I pay somebody and I need something urgent and then they're like, bro, it's like past 5 p.m. I'm off. I'm not working with you. I want serious people. So if you guys want to be in business, you should be available to work a lot of the time. Obviously, you're not a slave to them. You're not working all the time, but be available. Go the extra step. Book a kickoff call. Help them out. Give them a timeline. Give them expectations. Communicate well with them. Number 3, get access to everything you need day one. That way you're not asking them back and forth. So CRM, ad account, analytics, this account, that account, their LLMs, right? Their token costs for AI. You want to get all their stuff. You're not going to be able to start work until you have it anyway. Number 4, Set up weekly or bi-weekly check-ins, or you could just hire a VA to do this. We have this amazing lady named Jen, who is our account manager for Kendo right now. She manages every one of our enterprise accounts, and she is phenomenal. I think we pay her like, I don't know, nothing crazy because she's in the Philippines, but she's literally worth her weight in gold. Amazing, 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 amazing. I don't have to do anything management-wise. This lady does it for us. You could hire a VA to do this for you as well. Number 5, you start delivering, okay? Now you get to work, you build a system, you implement the solution, you track the data, whatever it is, now you're doing the work. This is the time you're actually delivering. Again, you're using AI to do most of these things. You want to be sending them updates as well. It's like, hey, we just got this done, man. Hey, here's an update on this. Hey, we're building this. Keep them updated. You know, they like to know what's going on. The rule of thumb is to always under-promise, over-deliver. This is this more like old-fashioned good business thing. This is why we crush in the businesses we run, is we have personal touch. I care about you. I care about my students. I care about my clients. I care about my Kendo clients. I will help them. I'm doing everything I can to give them the best service possible. And you guys should do the same thing. So that's the entire client acquisition process from start to finish. Follow up, book calls, diagnose problems, close deals, onboard, deliver results. It's not hard, okay? It's just sales at the end of the day. Every business is sales. Congratulations if you didn't know this. People have been lying to you. It's all sales. So if you do this consistently, you will land clients. I guarantee you guys, I've done this myself from zero. I had no experience. I did this myself. All my students largely had no experience. They started from zero. Every sales rep we've ever coached that landed an offer, made good money, started from zero. It's the hardest part of the game. This is what separates the winners from the losers, okay? It's exactly how I built everything that I have. I'm fully transparent with you guys. This is how my students make $50,000 to $300,000 a month. That's what the biggest earner inside of our program right now is doing. About $300,000 to $500,000 a month. They own their own info product offer. They just want to learn AI. This is how you're going to build your AI operating business. Now, let's talk about how to actually deliver the work once you land these clients. Now we're going to get into the AI stuff, okay? If you've been waiting. This is the most important part of the model because your income is directly tied to the results you create. This is important. So with AI, delivering world-class work is easier than it's ever been. But you need to know exactly what you're doing, and you need to know how to use AI. I guarantee you, most of you watching this right now, you use AI like cavemen. And I'm going to show you how to use it like a pro. So let's get clear on what AI can do and what it can't do, because you got to understand. AI can write copy. It can create visual content, do workflows, analyze data, generate creative assets, research and strategy. It can do all those things. It cannot replace your human judgment. It cannot handle complex negotiations. It cannot build relationships with clients. It cannot do quality control. It can't do sales calls yet. You can use Kendo AI to train the sales reps though. Okay, so there's a clear thing that it can and can't do. In short, AI does the heavy lifting. You provide the strategy, the quality control, and the human touch. You should integrate seamlessly with it. You should not depend on it to just be a magic solution to everything, because it's not. Here's the core tools that you're going to need to deliver results. Now, again, this is not 5 hours of content, so we're going to breeze over these. Obviously, I cannot give you guys an in-depth tutorial on every one of these right now. Claude, best for long-form copy, VSL, strategic thinking. GPT, best for research, brainstorming, and quick content. To be honest with you, GPT-5 sucks. I'm now using Gemini and Claude mostly. I don't use GPT much. I cancel my subscription. Perplexity, deep research on any topic. So if you want to research industry or research like angle for VSL, use Perplexity for that. Gemini has a lot of tools. Gemini Nano Banana, Google Image FX, VO3, Sora is OpenAI's video generation tool. Google AI Studio. Google is winning the AI race, by the way, if you guys are unaware. N8N for automation. Zapier, we've used Zapier since like 2019. Claude does code as well. So you have Claude copywriting, and then you have Claude code. It's literally called Claude code. You can literally build entire softwares. I'm going to show you guys the software that I built with Gemini actually 2 days ago. I'm going to show you at the end of this. For management, Close CRM for tracking clients, deals, follow-ups. That's your sales CRM. Loom for recurring walkthroughs, updates for clients, like quick communication. And guys, you don't need all these day one. You can start with literally Claude, GPT, and one automation tool. You don't need to buy all these. I'm just telling you the good ones. Again, start with these tools. You don't need all of them. It's really, really simple, and you don't want to overcomplicate this, okay? Now, let me walk you through one of the most important and useful use cases you'll be using AI for, which is copywriting. In this, it's probably one of the most valuable skills you can learn in general in business. Like I'm not a copywriting coach, but I have been copywriting since literally 2018. It has been responsible for generating me millions of dollars. Like my best VSLs, my best videos, I've written myself, my best webinars until these ones. Now we use AI. Now, the average copywriter is going to use AI like this. They're going to say, hey, write me a VSL about AI. Not going to work. It's going to be generic, soulless garbage. It sounds like every other AI written sales page on the internet. The trick to good AI copy is it doesn't sound like AI copy. Operators use AI completely differently. They engineer the context, the voice, the structure, and the strategy first. Then AI just does the work. So for example, I want to show you what we call context profiles and then what JSON language is. JSON is a structured data file, okay? JavaScript, object notation. It literally, for hillbilly terms, it is robot language, okay? It's how AI reads data in an easy way without you using up what is called the context window of that LLM, and then you can't use it anymore. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to get into that here in a moment. So you want to give the AI things like background on your business, your brand voice guidelines, your target audience, your offer positioning, examples of copy you like, right? The framework you want them to follow. That's what a context profile does. So you're giving the AI all of this data, all this information, all these points of who you're writing towards, and it can do a really good job. So instead of explaining it in like a messy Google Doc that's hard for AI to understand, you structure it in a very easy way, because again, it's a robot. You want to give it robot language so it can understand. Now, you're probably like, what are you talking about? Let me just show you. This on the left is a screenshot of one of the context profiles I use to write copy. Now, this is not, hey, write me a sales page. Instead, a good prompt is, hey, using these context profiles, or hey, using this JSON script, write me a sales page for, here's the offer, use Dan Kennedy direct response style. So you want to, this is called labeling. You want to label the LLM. Hey, you are David Ogilvy. You are Russell Brunson. You are Alice Hormozy. And it will literally adopt the traits of that person. Use this for the brand voice. So here's the brand voice profile. You're going to upload that. Here's my target audience. You're going to upload the ICP context profile. And then here's the sales page. You're going to give it all of this and then say what to do. And then it will spit you out a good result. This way, when we ask Claude to write a VSL, it has the exact voice to write in, the precise audience, the specific objections to handle, the proven structure to follow from the GOATs, okay, the credibility elements to weave in, and the emotional triggers that it needs to hit. Then it writes like a pro rather than some rookie. This means the output won't be generic. It'll be very tailored, very strategic, very on purpose. Like I was saying, this means that your output is going to be like what you want it to be. It's going to be world-class, guys. So that might leave you with the question, how do you actually build these JSON context profiles? Well, it's actually a lot simpler than you think. There are three components that you need: the brand voice, the target audience, which is your ICP, your ideal client profile, and your copy structure. You want to feed all of these to the AI. So step one, building the brand voice profile. Go to Gemini 3, feed it 3 to 5 recent YouTube video links from the person you're writing for. If it's a brand, a company, whatever. Or if they don't have videos, just paste in some text samples from their social media. You want to give it context from their actual company. Then you want to use this prompt. Go ahead and screenshot this. I'll give you 1 second. You're going to feed this prompt into Gemini 3, and you're going to pull and extract all the data. Then Gemini will spit out a complete brand voice JSON. So this is the JSON structure. You see it says like tone profile, right? Brutally honest, emotional baseline, linguistic patterns, vocab, transition ideas. Like it needs all of this to really write well. Then you're going to build out the target audience ICP. Now, this is something we give away in Insiders, so I'm not giving away the full thing. The full thing is like 50 questions, but I just want to give you an idea. All of our students will fill this out for their client. So they'll fill out all of this from step 1 to 2 to 3, all the way to like step 8. And then they will give us again back to an LLM, say, hey, turn this form that I filled out into JSON, and then you'll fill that back into the AI. So turn this into a JSON context profile, structure it with sections. Why do we do that? An LLM only has so much working memory. Think of it like a computer, right? Only has so much working memory. And if you fill all that working memory up with a giant paragraph of just garbage of like who you're writing for, it's not going to work well. What you want to do is you want to condense it into JSON so the AI can parse and read the lines and literally file all this data in the correct way. So it won't skip over anything, it won't miss anything. And you have a lot more working memory to work with to get the output that you want. Because the VSL is long. It's going to be a lot of tokens. Okay, tokens, AI and LLMs run on tokens. You're going to be charged for every token you run or within usage. And so you want to reduce that as much as you can. Number 3, add the copy structure. So this is simple. You just add a winning formula. You can literally steal someone's VSL if you want to and feed that to ChatGPT, ask it to turn them into JSON format and insert that into your main prompt. So this will look like this. Example, short form content. You can use this for literally anything. So I have a real template. So I have the hook, the pattern, the urgency, the main announcement, context, the feature breakdown. So this is literally telling it how to write the script for the short form that I want it to write, because of the 3 steps that I just showed you, rather than just saying, write me a short form reel. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Now, the second use case here that you're going to be using for a lot is image generation. Image generation also turns into video because AI needs context. But what kind of context do I give it if I want video done? The best way is visual. Okay, it does visual reasoning. So we're going to use Nano Banana because right now it's one of the best image generation models. So bad prompt would be make an ad for protein powder. A good prompt would be create a high converting e-commerce ad image for a premium, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna read all this. I get a much better result. Look at the first one, look at the second one. Much better. Why? More context, more specificity, more information about exactly what I want so that it can do the job. I can tell the AI, good boy. Bad prompt, make an image about productivity tips. Good prompt, make an illustration for my blog article. That looks like a blog article, doesn't it? I wonder why, because AI knows what you want it to do. You can also use context profiles here. So this context profile can consist of your brand colors, your image. Like if you have a theme, like Kendo is purple, samurai, Japanese. So every time I make images for Kendo, I feed it a couple. I say, hey, here's the aesthetic of Kendo. Recreate this or do this again, like that sort of thing. For example, my context profile for image generation would look like this. Feel free to screenshot this as well. So brand identity, color, style, tone, target audience. And it knows all of these things because of the data that the LLMs are trained on, and it will then funnel this into the output that I want, and I'm gonna get a much better product, okay? So for example, I can extract style context profiles from other images. So look at this skull. This skull is, I'm an art guy, so this is called cross-hatching. So this is drawn in a pencil, a cross-hatching sketch. Well, watch what I can do. If I pull that out and I use that as a context profile, I can say, make me a yacht in the scratchy cross-hatch ink style that I just gave you in the context profile. Boom, the images look exactly the same. Why? Because I made the context, I pulled the data and I sent it to the LLM so it can give me a good result. That's how you get good at AI. Now, thirdly, you're going to want to use video generation. So AI video tools like Sora, OpenAI, VO3, which is Google, they're insane right now. And so you can create full video ads, YouTube hooks, B-roll footage, character consistent videos, all with just prompts. It's literally amazing. How? Well, let me show you. You simply describe the video you want and AI generates it. You can even upload a reference image of someone's face and it'll use it as the face of that video. Now, I want to show you this really quickly. So here's the prompt framework. So subject and character, primary action, environment and setting, and then camera and cinematography. So I will even specify, if I want it to look like a movie, I'll say cinema grade. I'll even go as far as like a Red Dragon Komodo, which is like a cinema camera that movies are shot on. You want to give it very specific details. The visual style, the mood, the audio, right? What are they going to say? What are the sound effects? What's the ambience like? Pacing and timing, output specifications. You want to get really granular. And guys, just a quick note here. Most people using AI are lazy. They're using AI because they are lazy. They're not going to get good output. I put effort into my prompts. I put effort into my context engineering. I put effort into my prompt engineering. These are the most valuable skills of 2025. I get crazy output from LLMs, whereas the normal person does not. We have access to the same tool. Why is there a difference? I have the knowledge of how to do so, okay? So please, this is the boring shit, I know, but please pay attention to this because this is going to determine how good you are with AI, and this is really what matters. So example prompts, I'll read this one for you. So B-roll footage for a YouTube video about productivity, close-up shots of hands typing on a keyboard, coffee being poured, a notebook being written in, right? And so it'll visualize these things and it'll go shot, and it'll make it awesome. So remember, I told you guys you could do like video content for like e-com, for example. You can literally start a video production agency right now without a camera, just with AI, and charge $2 to $5 grand a month to create video ads for people. This is one of the best opportunities, to be honest, in this business model is a video generation, because I want you guys to understand something. AI is literally the worst that it will ever be right now. It's the worst it'll ever be. It's going to get a lot better. So if it's already this good, it's going to get even better overall. And you guys are going to be on the cutting edge. If you start this business now, you're going to be on the cutting edge of like taking advantage of the technology. You're not competing with traditional video production. You're offering fast, high volume, AI powered video creation. 10 clients at $3K a month, you're making $30K a month. AI is doing most of the work, like genuinely in this case, all of the work other than getting the clients. Again, the key is the prompt engineering. The better you describe what you want, the better the output. Very, very important, guys. I want to stress on that. Fourth, let's talk about N8N. If you don't know, N8N is an automation tool that connects apps, or that way they can talk to each other automatically. It's like Zapier, but with an AI brain. So right now in every business, there is a person or multiple people that are manually copying information between systems. For example, a lead comes in, someone adds it to the CRM. Client pays, someone adds it to this. This happens, someone does that. It's manual. We don't want to be manual in the age of AI. Why does this matter? Because time is money and manual work does not scale. How do you scale a business? By being efficient. So for example, and these are just some ideas, guys. You can literally like do this for anything you can imagine. Lead qualification for your business. You can do this with AI. You manually decide, not qualified, they can afford my service. I close the tab, they're not qualified, because a flow of it I built with N8N automatically disqualifies them rather than me doing it myself. If you get 50 leads a week, that's 4 hours of your time doing data entry and basic yes or no decisions. It can be erased with that. This is what an N8N flow look like, by the way. So for example, lead fills out a form, N8N captures it, sends it to Claude. Does this lead meet our criteria? Because it'll be a Claude project with instructions with, here's the context profile of our instructions. Claude responds yes or no. If yes, this happens. If no, you're saving all the time that would have been spent doing that manually. What's the impact on that? Not massive, but I just want to give you guys a real world example. 4 hours a week saved is 16 hours a month. Time is money. If you make $1,000 an hour, that's 16 grand of your time. Now, you don't make that right now, but the CEO does. The person running that company does. Do you think you could articulate this argument to them of like, hey, would you rather save 16 grand worth of your time? Yeah, sure. That's the logic behind these. Example number 2, invoice processing. Let's say there's a business doing 200K a month. They get a bunch of invoices. I have people that do this for me, and we have systems for this, but other people that don't, because you have taxes and all these things, you got to be organized. They're going to arrive via email. Someone downloads the PDF. Someone manually does it. They do all this manual work. When instead, you could N8N the whole thing. Invoice comes, N8N captures it, extracts data, automatically creates the bill, organizes it for you in your tax folder, sends Slack to your accounting team, Here's the new invoice done. It's all done for you. You're not wasting time doing things that don't grow the business. You're automating those. Business impact for them, again, time saving, money saving. It's a piece of cake. So I don't want you guys to like become innate and nerds. I just want to give you the thought process here. It's not about automation for automation's sake. It's about profitability, efficiency, scale, reliability, doing things effectively. So here's how to think about this. What are repetitive tasks that you're doing that follows the same thing every time? If you do that, I can automate it. I'm going to save you time. I don't have to do it anymore. Now you should do this for your own business. You should do this for your client's business. This should be for everybody. And you don't need to be an innate wizard, by the way. Inside of AI Insiders, we have a entire like 13,000 word context profile that if you upload to Claude as a Claude project or as a Claude skill, you can literally ask Claude, hey, because remember, Claude does code. Instead of me dragging and dropping an innate I can say, hey, Claude, make me an automation for this. It'll make it. You can hit copy and literally paste it in innate and then just connect your nodes. Done. You can build a 10-hour automation in 2 seconds. Again, AI. Use AI to do AI. Like, do as much as you can with it to save time. We give that to all of our students. That's the entire framework, guys, of how to make money at a high level. Obviously, there's a lot of little nuance here. You pick your niche, craft your offer, land clients, close deals, onboard them, deliver world-class results, and what tools you should be using. That is literally the playbook at a high level that is creating 7-figure operators this year, guys. Here's my question. Like I told you, I am totally selling you something on this webinar. Guys, you can take this for information. You can go run with it. However, if you have any common sense at all, you will identify a pattern from people that you've seen on social media. You've seen people online. Those that pay for information win. Those that pay for speed win. Those that pay for knowing what mistakes to avoid, they win. And I want to give you guys that opportunity. Again, it's not for everybody. If it's not for you, don't worry. Don't be only people complaining in my chat like, oh, who wants my money? Like, dude, I'm literally going to offer you the equivalent of like a Harvard education on AI if it was actually valuable, taught by people that are actually making millions of dollars with AI for 1/1000th of the price. Okay, so don't complain. Can you do this yourself? Technically, yes. I gave you the full blueprint, but it's high level. It's not granular. But here's what I've learned after helping dozens of people scale from $50,000 to $300,000 a month, proven case studies with this model. There's a big gap between information and execution. You have all the information right now. You have the framework, you have the model, you know high level what to do. The tools are accessible, but execution is where you're going to fail. Not because you're incapable or the opportunity isn't real, but because there's 1,000 little things in a business like this that are going to come between you being like, you know what, I understand this business model, and I just closed a $25,000 deal. There's a big gap, and I'm just being honest with you guys. And look, AI, and this is not clickbait, by the way. This is not clickbait. AI is moving faster than any technology shift in human history. If you don't believe me, here's a real timeline, okay? It took 3 years from GPT-3 to GPT-4. It took 1 year from GPT-4 to 4.0, which was literally, the naming is like 4 to 4.0. It doesn't sound big. It was a quantum leap in technology. And it's taken months from 4.0 and 4.1 to 0.1 and 0.3, and now 5 in early 2025, and now here late 2025. So basically what's happening, this is called an exponential. I'm going to draw this for you guys. This is why AI is scary and why this whole job replacement thing is not complete bullshit. This is what's happening right now. That's called an exponential curve. AI is getting faster and faster and faster and more advanced every single year. Now, are there real fears of this replacing your job and your income? Yes. I'm not fear mongering. I'm not clickbaiting you. I'm not like trying to fear you into buying something. I'm being like, as the kids say, I'm being dead ass with you, okay? We went from barely usable AI models that can literally replace entire departments in 5 years. What do you think happens in the next 5 years? The entire world, as you know, it is going to change. I'm telling you guys this from somebody that is scared of it myself. Sora did not exist 6 months ago. Now, you can generate broadcast quality video that if you showed your dad or your mom, they would not know it's AI. You guys know this is a fact. You've shown your mom or your grandpa or someone in your family, you've shown them a video of it's AI. Maybe you've seen one yourself and you're like, I didn't know it's AI. What do you think is going to happen in 5 years, bro? It's going to be absurd. You can't even fathom it. Claude couldn't use computers 3 months ago. Now, Claude can run your browser. Manus can run your browser. It can run your computer for you. It can build entire apps. And I'm actually going to show you some software that I built, which is really cool here at the end of this when we do Q&A. The gap between cutting edge and obsolete is literally shrinking every single week, okay? If you're not actively implementing this right now, you're not learning about it, you're not building with it, you're not closing deals with it, you're not getting case studies, you are literally, and I say this in the non-douchebaggy, clickbaity, guru-y way, you're literally falling behind. Now, was this applicable with other business models? Not really. Like if you told me, oh, if you don't start drop shipping now, you're going to fall behind. Not true, bro. There's a million ways to make money. But if you don't learn AI and the whole world becomes AI, it's the equivalent of when the internet came out and you were a business that was non-internet and you never adapted. You died. You guys ever heard of this thing called the dot-com crash, the dot-com bubble? All those businesses literally died because they couldn't get up to speed with the internet. The same thing's happening right now, but at 10 times faster speed. By the time you figure it out yourself in 6 to 12 months, the market will have moved. GPT might not even be a company in a year. OpenAI might go bust. Claude might not even be the best copywriting tool in a year. And you're not going to know. You're not going to know the best because you're not on the inside. You don't have a competitive advantage because it's going to be way different because it moves so fast. The operators who are making 50 to 100K a month right now, 6 months ago, they started. A year ago, they started. Tristan, Mark, Max, everybody that you've seen results, case studies from in this presentation, everywhere else, they started a year ago. You're starting now. You're already a little bit behind. It's not too late. That's the good news, but you're already starting behind. You don't have time to waste. And I mean this in the most serious way possible. They got in the room with people who knew what they were doing, and they compressed years of trial and error into weeks. And now they're making the money that you guys have seen. It's all real stats. We don't do fake case studies. And then there's the bigger picture. We don't know what the world's going to look like in 5 years. We have no idea. Guys, I genuinely think within probably 15 years, we will be on universal basic income. I think there will be some kind of digital ID. I think there will be some kind of social AI credit score thing. It's a scary world. Now, if that's coming down the tracks, you can't stop it. It's already too late, in my opinion. But what you can do is you can get not on the team of the bad guys, but you can learn how to use the tools and you can get out ahead of the thing. And you're prepared, and it won't take you by surprise like it will take most people, most civilians, okay? We don't know how many jobs AI is going to replace. It's already replacing jobs. Amazon just announced they're laying off 500,000 employees. That's a lot. That's a big layoff. We don't know what your job security is going to look like. So if you guys have a job and you're watching this right now, I genuinely don't know if your job will be around in the next couple of years. You will probably get replaced. It's a fact. So we don't know. I'd be lying to you if I told you I did know. But here's what I do know. I know that every major economic shift in history created massive wealth for the people who saw it coming and position themselves accordingly. Quick example, the Industrial Revolution, Andrew Carnegie, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the steel, the oil, the railroad industry, most wealth ever. They were the first movers. The creation of the internet, Oracle, one of the most valuable companies in the world. Oracle built the layer of cloud computing that everything runs on in the internet, okay? Amazon, e-commerce, the phone, the iPhone, social media, Facebook. Facebook was the first. You had MySpace, but Facebook was the real big one. Then you had Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. The lesson is, every time something crazy happens in the world, every time the world shifts, a lot of people lose, but a lot of people win. And I am telling you guys right now, this is one of those things where if you can see this coming, like I'm telling you, and you can position yourselves accordingly, you will be one of these people that makes insane money. The Industrial Revolution, the gold rush, the internet era, the dot-com boom, the mobile revolution, all of these created massive wealth for the people that took advantage. A majority of people will get displaced. That's the unfortunate part, and I genuinely am scared for people. But a small percent is going to make a shit ton of money. And I don't know about you guys, but if the world is going to be the haves and the have-nots, I want to have a fucking yacht. I want to be rich. I don't want to be poor. So I am doing this myself. Right now, we're in the early innings of this. We're fairly early. We're a little bit late, but we're early enough. And again, I'm not saying this as hype. I'm saying this as real as I can to you guys. You can see it yourself. Whether you accept it or not, AI is accelerating, and it will continue to do so faster and faster and faster. Now, a fact we do know is companies are very desperate to implement AI because these companies are also on the chopping block, just like you guys in your jobs. They know that if they don't and their competitors do, they will die. But they have no idea how to do it. They don't know what tools to use. They don't know how to build the systems. They don't know how to integrate it into their operations because it's so new. There's no college degree for being an AI operator yet. That's the opportunity that you guys can take advantage of. And that is why at the beginning of this, I said it's the greatest business opportunity that I've seen in my life. And it's why I've really shifted my entire business around to focus on this, guys. I'm very serious, even with my own money, about this. So the question isn't, should I learn this eventually? The question is, do you want to be on the right side of the shift, or do you want to be on the sidelines watching other people capitalize while you're figuring it out or thinking about it or waiting for the right time like people often do? And that is exactly why we built AI Insiders. I told you, I'm going to sell you something. Not only am I going to sell you something right now, I'm going to show you why this is the best offer that you have ever been presented in your life. It is not only the best offer you've ever seen, it's the best offer we have ever offered. I'm going to be putting together a bundle for the holidays. We call this the holiday special. I do this every year. Last year, we did a discount on Closer Cartel. This year, we're doing the biggest one we've ever done. And no, this is not a course. This is a complete, think of it as college, but if college was actually good. It's a complete operating system for building a 6 or 7-figure AI operating business. Exactly what I've shown you in this presentation. We give you all the tools, all the software, all the systems, all the templates, the community, live coaching, access to me. You can literally text me on my phone at any time and I will respond to you. This is a live mentorship program. And most importantly, like I said, direct access to me and my team so that you never get stuck. This is everything that you guys need to go from wherever you're at right now to landing your first AI leverage client and then 50K a month and beyond. For us, a clean, bare minimum standard is about 20K a month. That's the low end because of just how great this opportunity is right now. On the low end, you'll be making about 20K a month. I want to show you guys what's inside, and then I want to show you how you can get access to this. It's not for everybody. We do vet, we do screen people. for significantly less than what it is worth. Like I said, we're going to give you a good offer, but only if you're watching this. If you're watching this right now, otherwise you cannot take advantage of this offer. It is quite literally an actual limited time on, no fixed scarcity. Okay. The bonuses will not be there. So here's a full overview of what we teach in AI Insiders, the same program that is responsible for all the results you've seen for Tristan, for Max, for Mark, for everything, for even my own success in Kendo AI. Number one, mastering AI. Some of that context profile, some of that context engineering, the prompt engineering. We go so deep into that in this course that you will literally become an expert of AI. I don't want you to just be a business expert. I want you to master a tool. That's kind of the whole point of this. Module number 2 is a complete AI copywriting system. I write a lot of copy with AI now. I'm talking VSLs, high converting emails, landing pages, ads, reels, whatever you can imagine. And not only do we teach you how to do it, we give you everything. So it's plug and play. It's like done for you. Here's the system. Here's the template. Here's the context profile. Go literally paste it into Claude. Congratulations, you're a world-class copywriter. We give you everything. Number 3, client acquisition. Obviously, you don't have a business if you don't have clients. We really, really harp on this. I've never had anyone actually follow our stuff and not land a client. Like to date, I've never had that happen. If they actually work hard, they actually try, you will land a client. So this is everything from cold email to paid traffic to social media to cold outreach to everything that I showed you. Sales calls, it doesn't matter. We literally cover everything A to Z. Number 4, sales and delivery systems. This is what separates the 5K from the 50K. Really good at sales, really good at CRMs, pipeline, Zapier integrations, all the automations, all the done for you templates and the setups. You can like click a button and install the system, Stripe setup, innate-in workflows, literally everything for you guys to operate your business and run your business to where you're not working all day. Like it's fun. You still have your time. You're not a slave to the business, because what we're teaching you to do for other businesses, we're also going to do for your business. It's very, very important for you guys. Module number 5 is the scaling infrastructure. So how do you hire? Hiring is really hard, by the way. No one talks about this. Hiring is really hard. How do you delegate? How do you build project management systems? How do you use ManyChat for Instagram? How do you set up ConvertKit for email marketing? How do you build personal brand? I do a full personal brand module on how I built over 250,000 followers. I made 8 figures online from a personal brand. I show you guys all this in the program. And this is what it takes from you being a solopreneur, grinding 80 hours a week, to a real business owner. You have a real AI business. You're making a lot of money. Number 6, AI video and websites. You guys probably have seen some of my AI videos, whether it's AI Luke or whether it's like AI Santa fighting Luke. AI video generation. We go really deep. Sora VO3, the new VO3 is about to come out. Nano Banana. Complete training on creatives, how to do VSLs, how to do social content, creatives, ads, hooks, B-roll, literally everything with AI content. Also, how to build websites. Like if you have seen the Kendo website, it's beautiful. AI Insiders website, beautiful. AI does all of it. Landing pages, funnels, guys, everything. And this is how our students are starting video production agencies and charging $3 to $5K a month to do video content where the AI does all the work, like I told you guys. And then finally, number 7, innate-in. So innate-in is cool. We're not building automation agencies, but it's a very valuable tool for us to 10x our productivity and our delivery at scale, as well as for our clients. Number 8, paid traffic principles. I'm running ads for Kendo and I'm growing that company very quickly. I'm running ads for Insiders. I've spent literally millions of dollars of my own money on paid ads. Now, I'm not the best in the world. I think there are people better than me, for sure. I think I'm pretty good. I'm very profitable on what I've done with paid ads. So Facebook ads fundamentals, tracking setup across all platforms, UTM parameters, scaling strategies, ads. Obviously, we do the copywriting, we do the video creation already, but like the actual running of ads. Number 9, social media and personal brand. If you would like to build a personal brand, you would like to build content, you would like to optimize your profile, build a name for yourself. I'm going to show you guys how I have done it. Obviously, we've done that pretty successfully ourselves. I'm going to show you the exact same thing. And most importantly, you're getting direct access. We're both named Luke, by the way. You got Irish Luke. So it's Luke Ward. He lives in the UK. He is our head coach. He is my COO. He's like my back-end operator for the last 4 years. He's the reason I'm able to run these companies. He does all the back-end stuff for me. The guy's phenomenal. One of the best people I've ever worked with. He's very, very, very smart. He does a great job. And you guys can, like, obviously our students aren't in here, but if you ask any of our students, they love calls with him. He does 2 scheduled coaching calls a week. I also do coaching calls. Mine are at whim. So whenever you guys need a call, if there's a bunch of people like, hey, this just came out, I want to learn this. I pop a Zoom link in the chat. We hop on, we crack it out. We do whatever we need to do. These are deep dive implementation calls where we literally troubleshoot your business, your client's business. We optimize your systems. We audit your outreach. We review your sales calls. We really do everything that you need coaching wise to get you success. That's all I care about, guys. I want you to be successful. Everything else doesn't matter. You're getting unlimited access to this as long as you're a member of AI Insiders. You're also getting access. This is the first time I've ever done this year, and I really like it. Rather than a Discord or like a school group, we run our community on Telegram. So it's on your phone. You can text. It's easy. Everyone has it, like access all day. And you can literally text me at any time, and I respond. I get on calls with guys. I just got asked a question today about how to invest $500K to $1 million that a guy has saved up. And I told him what to do with it. These people in this group are not idiots. These are not low growth operating kids. These are really, really smart people making anywhere from 10 to 50 to 100, even up to $300,000 a month And I'll be honest with you, they answer a lot of the questions for me because they're so smart. Like a question comes in the chat, before I can get to it, 8 guys responded and they're already helping each other out. It's a genuine community. It's not like a community that you guys get told oftentimes. It's awesome. Like I love everybody in there. Now, when you're in a community like this, when someone just closed a 40K deal and they share the proposal, you get to see it. Okay. When someone figured out how to get a high response rate, you get to see it. When someone built this cool workflow and they share it with you, you now have it. You're not by yourself. You're in a community of people doing the same thing as you. And that's when you start scaling like crazy. You can ask me questions directly. You can ask Luke Ward, anything at any time, 24/7. So you have 24/7 access, plus scheduled coaching calls, plus a community of people actually doing this, already making 6-7 figures a year, plus over 15 hours of dedicated recorded content for you to go to on your own time. It is phenomenal. You're getting every single template, every prompt, every context profile, every system that we use inside of our businesses. N8N, JSON, copywriting, ad creation, email sequences, VSL scripts, cold email templates, literally. And guys, I know everything sounds broad and it sounds very high level. It's everything. You get absolutely everything. We haven't had a single chargeback in this community. We haven't had any refunds. Like people love this because we give them everything. That means you're not starting from scratch. You're getting the exact files, the exact prompts, the exact systems. You just plug and play in your business and you go. And we're always updating the material inside as well with the newest stuff. So Gemini 3 came out 2 days ago. When something happens, we update it immediately. This isn't like a stale program, so you won't fall behind. Like when something comes out, because AI grows so fast, we update it, we talk about it consistently. Also, here's the holiday special. Also, since you're in this live, I'm giving you guys even more. So we have 2 bonuses. We're also going to give you the full Closer Cartel program. So this is literally like 100 hours of sales training. It is insane. We sold this in the past for $5,000 by itself. We've sold this to 5,000 plus people and different variations of products we had. It is one of, if not the greatest high ticket sales training course that was ever created. We have more success stories than anybody. I will go band for band with anybody. We're giving this to you for free. So you want to learn sales? You want to teach your team sales? You want to master sales? Congratulations, you get that $5,000 course for free. Close Cartel will teach you the exact scripts, the frameworks, and psychology that closers use to close 5-6-figure deals consistently. And I'm talking deals where I've closed 6- and 7-figure deals for Kendo even, all in Closer Cartel. Number 2, we used to sell this last year. We rebranded it to AI Insiders, obviously. That's now the name of the company. But we still have this full program called IPO. This was how we made nearly 8 figures with our info product company. So it's a full program that we sold. By the way, this was $10,000 by itself. You can ask anyone that bought this. That was the price tag. This teaches you how to make like a shit ton of money by partnering with info products specifically and doing everything from funnels via sales, emails, webinars like this, launches, offer structure, how to hire, how to manage a sales team, literally everything info specific. So if you want to work with info companies, congrats, you're getting a full-fledged program that we used to sell for 10 grand as well for free.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the training there. Cut off the outro of that training. And I want to be frank with you for a moment. So first off, I hope that you got a lot of value out of that. I hope that was what I said it was going to be. No fluff, actionable, valuable advice. Here's the thing. We have already, and I showed some of these in the video, we have taken several people over $100,000 a month in this small private group that we started to talk about at the end of that training. It's called AI Insiders, and I'm sure you've seen some bit of it on this YouTube channel, or maybe if you're new here, we basically have a community, a program, a coaching program, if you will, for lack of a better word, of teaching people exactly how to do what we're doing inside of my software company, Kendo AI, but in a service-based business. And a service-based business, you can call it whatever you want, agency, growth operating, partnering, I don't care what you call it. But the point is you're basically leveraging this amazing technology that we have to do things for other businesses, which is what business is at the end of the day, and get paid really, really well for it. We've taken several people from 5, 10K a month to over $100,000 a month profit consistently. And they don't just like get there and then crash. Like they consistently stay there because we run businesses the right way. Guys, I've made 8 figures online at 25 through various businesses, info, a sales company, now a software company. It's already worth a couple of $1 million. And we're sharing all of this inside of this group. I don't want to give you a long drawn out sales pitch because if you watch that whole training, I'm assuming you're a smart person. I'm assuming you're fairly sharp and you know what's going on. You know what you want to learn. And obviously that's why you watch something like this. So here's my offer to you. If you want to learn from me, from my head coaches, which are my CEO, the people that actually work in my business and all my other businesses the last 4 years, and you want to join a community that is actually vetted of really quality, like-minded people and learn how to make the most of these tools, how we're doing crazy stuff at Kendo, how we're doing insane prompt engineering, insane video, insane AI image generation, and everything in between, including vibe coding and everything under the sun with AI. I want you to go below this video and go to the description and click the link and book a call with us. Now, this is, of course, a paid program. We put a lot of time, effort, and work into this, but I want you to think of it not as like a course, but as the equivalent of college if college was actually valuable and it was centered around this new amazing technology that we have. We teach business. We don't teach just AI, but we teach business in the lens of AI. Like, oh, you want to be a copywriter? Cool. Here's how to do it with AI. Oh, you want to do this? Here's how to do it in the best practices and now use this awesome technology, if that makes sense. So guys, we would love to work with you. I hope that training was very, very valuable. We put a lot of work into that. I went live for about 3 hours when we did that training. So I hope it helped. Please like, comment on this video, share it with a friend that needs to see something like this. And if you're interested in learning directly from me, this is the only program that I have right now because I am focused on my software company. Click the link, book a call. You'll speak with somebody on our team. They'll vet you, make sure you're a good fit, and see if it is the right thing for you to do. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that was incredibly valuable. And like I said, click that link below, book a call, and I'll see you guys hopefully inside of AI Insiders.